And joining us now live in studio is Aurel Braun. He's a professor of international relations and political science with the University of Toronto. Aurel, I knew we'd have you back very soon, and here you are. So thanks for being here. Tell me, Aurel, what kind of power Morsi actually has right now?
He has the power of having been elected, and the term democratic carries this powerful connotation because it is rather ill understood. You could have officials elected democratically who then turn into totalitarians. The worst example in history, of course, is Hitler, who was democratically elected. And a democracy is not only about elections. A democracy is about limitations on power. A democracy is about civil society. A democracy is about the rule of law. Mr. Morsi doesn't believe in any of those in meaningful terms. The Muslim Brotherhood, when they talk about democracy, it is a sham. It is a kind of totalitarianism on the installment plan. And this is what we need to understand. This is not a movement that believes in basic human rights.
Aurel, we just played a clip of Tariq Fatah, the Canadian Muslim Congress, who joined Sun News earlier today. He calls the Muslim Brotherhood fascists. How would you react to that?
They have deep roots that are very much in line with a fascist movement. There's a religious coding to it, but politically, this is a totalitarian movement that is hate-filled, that is disrespectful of other rights, that does not, other people's rights, that does not believe anyone who does not share their perspective ought to be able to have power. Now, they're treading very carefully, and this is the kind of method that was used by the communists in Eastern Europe when they took over. They were kind of salami tactics. They created national fronts. And you notice they use the term national front. They want to draw in some people who provide convenient camouflage. And right now you have a kind of battle in Egypt where there are two parties, each intent on a kind of larcenous process. The military wants to pretend that it's accepting democracy, but it wants to retain power. The Muslim Brotherhood wants to pretend that they are going to be flexible, but in fact they want to have complete rule, a kind of totalitarian system. So this battle will continue.
What would have been the best possible outcome for Egypt?
It would have been if both parties lost. But that couldn't happen because United States never took the leadership. The Western world did not take the leadership. President Obama has this belief that somehow extremists in the Islamist movement can be charmed, they can be moderated, that there are those within the Muslim Brotherhood that somehow, once they retain power, they are going to change. Jimmy Carter had the same kind of view in Iran. It turned out to be tragic for the Iranian people. Sadly, this may turn out to be tragic for the Egyptian people as well.
Running down the same path. In terms of challenges that this new president-elect is now facing, obviously the economic challenges must be immense.
They are. Egypt is in a bad economic situation. The growth is very low. There's a very rapid population growth. They are unable to find jobs for young people. These people are drawn to extremist movements, and the Muslim Brotherhood will try to take advantage of that. And they will be able to point to the fact that the military still retains a great deal of power, so they will play the population against the military, they will play the population against minority groups, they will likely use traditional tactics. The military seems to be under the belief, pressured by the United States, that they can make some concessions on the surface, but they will still retain power. It doesn't work out very well. We're seeing some of this movement in Turkey as well, as Turkey is becoming less and less democratic, more and more Islamist. And this is the danger in Egypt. The losers are the Egyptian people, the minorities, the Copts, and the region as a whole. The United States has made some very bad judgments in this case.
It is very unfortunate. All right, Aurel Braun, professor of international relations and political science. Always good to have your insight, Aurel.
Thank you.